Hey there, I'm Steve, and this is the EBD Show, the read along companion to my book, The Enough Bucket, a field guide for learning designers suffering from enough bucket dysmorphia. If this is your first time here, welcome. You're safe, and I see you. If you're coming back for more, well, welcome back. You've definitely found your people. You're not broken, you've just got EBD. Welcome home.
You're not broken, you just got EBD. Building shiny shrines to your own anxiety. Multi-layer menus, 20-minute quests, when all they really wanted was a cheat sheet at their desk. Learners just want to do their job, not play hide and seek in your content fog. You're not broken, you've just got EBD. We're here to help you, welcome to the show. To the EBD Show.
Hello, folks. It's that time of the week again. It is another episode of the EBD Show. This week, we are diving into Chapter 3, Perfectionism in Disguise, the designer's masquerade ball. This topic is just another one of the many symptoms that exist when you have EBD. And perfectionism is something that is 100% real and alive in my world and in a lot of our respective worlds as learning designers, creatives, anyone that gives a shit about the output or the product that they're creating. This week, I was lucky enough to float around. I was up in Canberra, which is Australia's nation's capital. There is a whole bunch of cool stuff here, and I got my facilitation on and ran some workshops. And I got to tell you, perfectionism did show up. It wasn't in disguise. It was an ugly looking monster. And I happily regressed into EBD out of care for making sure that my audience had the best experience possible. And if that makes me weird, so be it. But as you're starting to realize, part of EBD and suffering and managing it through your life is recognizing when you're about to have a flare-up and try and make those flare-ups a little bit smaller and a little bit less impactful along the way. Let's dive in and hear all about this chapter. Chapter 3, Perfectionism in Disguise, the designer's masquerade ball. Now, for those of you just listening along or requiring accessibility/alt text for images, #WCAG. There's a picture of a learning designer with his hat backwards, glasses on, and a little angel sitting on his shoulder. He's holding a bucket too. And it says, "It's almost perfect, just a little longer." We've all been there, haven't we? Let's set the scene. It's 1:37 a.m. In Captivate, you're arguing with yourself about the size of the buttons. You've exported the SCORM package 5 times without changing anything. You're in a Google Doc trying to rewrite a sentence that you already nailed last week. You tell yourself it isn't ready. It only needs a few more tweaks. Perhaps another layout pass. Maybe the hover states could be 0.2 of a second faster. Maybe the accordion animation should be ease in, out rather than ease in. Stop it. You're not refining. You're spiraling like Gollum clutching his cherished hover state and whispering, "Just one more tweak, my precious." Stick with your own voice, Steve. Cheapers. Apologies, folks. Just one more tweak, my precious. Symptom diagnosis. Perfectionism in disguise isn't about getting things right. It's about being scared shitless someone will think you missed something. You're not a perfectionist because you're precise. You're a perfectionist because you're terrified. It looks like attention to detail. It smells like professionalism, but it's content madness with a business card. You'll rename the same lesson 3 different times and hate all of them. You'll spend 2 days rebuilding a button animation because it's not as smooth as it could be. You're not building for the learner. You're building monuments to your own ego overlord. My epic fail. I once spent 2 days rebuilding a button animation for a mandatory compliance refresher about workplace harassment. 2 days on a hover effect. The learner, a time-poor frontline worker who just needed to tick a box and move on with their life. I poured my soul into this hover effect for someone who just wanted to make it to lunch. The animation was beautiful, buttery smooth, perfect ease curves. The learner never noticed it because they completed the module on their phone while walking to the car park. Internal dialogue. If this looks sloppy, they think I won't care. Great designers obsess over detail. This hover feels off, maybe by like 0.5 of a second. People will notice, even if they say they didn't. It's not ready. Just one more pass. This version might be better than version 14. Let's check. Reality check. Your course works fine. Why are you still working on it? I can't tell the difference between version 3 and version 8. They're both good. You've almost finished. Well, you've been almost finished for 3 weeks. Just publish the bloody thing. While I was in version 12, obsessing over kerning, which is the spacing between letters, for fuck's sake, the learner had moved on. They didn't need perfect. They needed finished. Early warning signs. You use the phrase, just one more pass, repeatedly. You rebuild the same interaction 3 different ways. You export preview versions for yourself to check. You have strong opinions about micro interactions in compliance training. You feel physically uncomfortable clicking publish. Recovery actions. Set completion triggers. Before you start, write down 3 criteria that mean this is done. When you hit all 3, hands off. The 80% rule. If it's 80% right and serves the learner's need, ship it. The remaining 20%, it's usually just your ego talking. The colleague handoff. Send your finished module to someone else for final export. Remove your own access. Seriously, and this one really works. The timer method. Set a 25-minute timer for revisions. When it goes off, you're done. The cure? Press publish and then go touch grass. Good enough is where learning starts. Perfect is just fear in a tailored suit. My. Never in a million years did I think that I would manage to sneak my Gollum impersonation into a podcast that gets sent out to listen to, well, if my mum was still alive, maybe her, but at least someone has had to listen to that. And if you've unsubscribed and are no longer going to listen to the EBD show, thank you for your service and good on you for being strong enough to know when it's time to leave. That whole song where you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, know when to walk away. Well, when Steve does a Gollum impression, it's time to walk away or even run. But what did you think, folks? Did any of you see yourself in the perfectionism in disguise? I know I did. It's just a little bit more, just one more thing. And I love this, the start of it. 1:37 a.m., you're arguing about the size of the buttons, or you're just working out whether or not the states should shift 0.2 seconds faster. I have so been there. And it's really, really important to just recognize that it's okay. And it's okay if it's not perfect. Not everything we create has to be award-winning. Not everything we create has to be perfect. And when we start realizing that, and when we go and actually show the learners who are the people that are going to consume this stuff, you'll be so surprised that you will see the discrepancy between buckets. You have gone and built this whimsical, mythical, perfect beast, and it's taken pieces of your soul on the way. And you've gone and showed the learner, and all they care about is the fact that they get to download a PDF at the end of it. So, moral of the story, all you needed to do was give them a PDF maybe. But it doesn't change the intention, which is the intention of you being a beautiful, whimsical, caring creature. And that's what makes us wonderful and weird. Folks, hashtag EBD on LinkedIn. Let us know your perfectionism in disguise challenges. But until next week, thanks for tuning in to the EBD show. We'll see you next Tuesday, folks.
You're not broken, you just got EBD. Building shiny shrines to your own anxiety. Multi-layer man. when all they really wanted was a cheat sheet at their desk. Learners just want to do their job, not play hide and seek in your content fog. You're not broken, you've just got EBD. We're here to help you, welcome to the show.